Hey there, guys and gals. This is your host, Joe, Life with Josef, and I'm going to make a couple of story times. I'll probably separate them, but we're going to make the first one here today a couple involving my brother Charlie. And the first one here, that you're going to see this guy stuck up on the embankment. Well, years ago, Charlie, and I'm almost sure Rich was there too, because I don't recall riding out in this part of Nevada on our 650s without Rich there. So, brother, if your memory is different than mine, you go ahead and chime in. But we were riding on the Fort Churchill Dayton Road, and I'm going to see if I can't screenshot something from at least one of my videos. I went a year before last. I think the first year I got the truck, and I stopped out and ran some film. When I was on the way to Molossia and then out towards Austin in Nevada. Anyway, we saw a guy, a young kid, 18, 19, when you're young, dumb, and full of sailors, that you might not make the best choices. And he had a four-door pickup, like almost, like mine, this big trailer ball on the back, and somehow he got up on an embankment on the road in between Fort Churchill and US 50, which is where 6 Mile Road ends as well, and he was stuck. And we ride by really slow, and we look, it's like, dude, we can't help you. And this is long before the days of cell phones and stuff. I guess we could have started, making some calls, got back into town, but he was having such an agitated fit, and we were by and just looked, and it's like, dude, what are you thinking about? But most all of us have made some pretty poor driving decisions when we were young, and some are a lot more costly than others. So anyway, we've seen this. My late brother lives in Fremont, and he had bought a house with a guy that he worked with named Steve. And somehow or another, my God, Steve actually owned, or Steve was, he didn't own, you don't ever own your pet. You're the Kahoo. Anyway, Steve was Thunder's Kahoo. And Steve got married and moved back east, and he took his dog with him. So Thunder lived the rest of his life on top of the driveway on a small little hill, surveying the scenery like he was the king. Well, when Thunder crossed the Rainbow Bridge and Steve sent us all an email, I swear to God, somebody was cutting onions in my house. So when I get to the Rainbow Bridge, not only am I going to see Chico and Violet and Jojo, but I expect that Thunder Dog is going to be there too. And if I live long enough, God love Dude, I hope he's there too. But Dude is the 15-pound mini poodle of terror. He may be down there at Satan's right hand running the show. You mangy dog. Hey, come here. That's a good boy. God love my little dog. So anyway, that's not why that I really bring up the dogs. Hold on here. He's wagging his tail. Look at him. Oh, he gets wrapped around the poles. I can't figure it out. Goddamn dog. Look at him, though. Oh, you sweet pup. Look at my boy. I love you, little dude. Look at him. Look at that tail wag. God love him. He sometimes he'll sleep on the bed. Sometimes he'll sleep right up at my pillow. And now he's been sleeping out in the living room, either on the rocking chair or on the love seat. And then when I get up to pee and I go check on him, he's wagging his tail so hard you can hear the thump on the upholstery. And God love my dog, Freya. As always, show him favor on the hunt now and in the afterlife. Good boy. Good boy. Look at that tail wag. Oh, you sweet, sweet puppy dog. Just you're such a pup. Let me go untangle him. When I moved to San Leandro from Fremont, when I was living with my cousins, I was living by myself in a one-bedroom apartment. I didn't have a television. So Steve gave me one of these monster televisions, and I sort of got, it took two of us. I thought my dad was gonna keel over when he helped me hump that sumbitch up the stairs. Anyway, it kind of worked off and on, and then when the dish started to come over, we spent $660 on a 27-inch Panasonic that was the tits for the time. Stereo, really, at the time, a really good TV. Now, TVs now, you spend $300 and it's half the wall, but TVs used to be expensive, especially, those of you not on my vintage, may not really realize that TV was an investment. Anyway, I just set the TV on top of this monster. Well, when we moved out, when we bought and moved out to Stockton, I wasn't bringing the big monster, so Charlie and I humped it down the stairs and we took it to the dumps in San Leandro. And it was hell to get this thing off the pickup. Well, boys will be boys, so we wanted to smash it all up because they were going to smash it all up at the dumps anyway. So it took us at least 6 or 7 minutes of throwing stuff at the screen to get that big heavy glass screen to break. And finally, Charlie got some type of long metal spear that he found, and just went, ah, like he was jousting, and just rammed it right into the screen. And then it broke, and then there's all this little dust and stuff. Now we're outside. It's like, oh, there's the cancer-causing stuff that we shouldn't be breathing. So that was just a little bit about my brother, and boys will be boys. I don't know what to tell you. So, God, these TVs were heavy. And you couldn't steal these things unless you had a forklift. Come on now. And the ones in a big entertainment center with the record player and the AM/FM receiver and the speakers and all that stuff built in. God almighty, you had to reinforce the floor of your house. They were huge. So we did manage to smash one up. That's going to sum up this little story time, and this is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Josef. Jesus, I hit the button for no reason. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Josef. Another story time involving my brother. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And dude, the mini poodle of terror and I will see you for the next one.